without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On first down, it's Gurley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Goff. He gets it to Thomas. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Right there to 3. 65, 65, 65. Check 3.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass.
Again, they run with Gurley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. A shotgun snap for Gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Goff now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
We go to the 180. Watch 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Goff on 1st down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Goff. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45. From the 45 on second down. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Oh, he's got a little damage. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Line 20. Check line 54. Line 54. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now a first down throw. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
To throw again on second down. Goff, his throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
What? 180. 59.
From the gun, here's Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Newton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. K1 short, able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Newton throwing complete to Samuel. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Newton now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. To the air again, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Going to throw right side here. Complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on over there.
Newton now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff now looks to throw. And that's incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Newton. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 10-yard line.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete right around the 8. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Goff going to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Let's go, you tighten.
Back to throw. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Zerline on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 4th down, Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Go tonight. 180. 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Check, check. Press down. Press down. Press down.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for L.A., not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
big number, big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted.
Select the team you want to join.
Foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather.
Start your...
Put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
Can anyone unseat the Patriots? It's the coach.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick in the 2008.
Mike 19, Mike 54. He's time to win. Big ass.
Allen now on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A big play that time on the catch and run. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll bring up second down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Bell. Fights off the defender. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
When you play as well and as hard as Frank Gore, you get a chance to tour the NFL. How about his first 10 years in San Francisco, 3 in Indianapolis, a year in Miami, now starting his first year in Buffalo and his 15th NFL season, the game's active leading rusher and 4th all-time.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Then he finds Beasley complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And New York set to take the field.
Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety.
Well, you just said it, Charles. They had to be very hesitant thinking about throwing the football. That's why, safety.
File that one under worst fears realized.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
To return is McKenzie.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. And the defense for New York.
I think it's fun to watch Jordan Jenkins play. He may be a young guy, but he plays with great maturity and terrific passion. Not only can he play off the ball, he can rush the passer as well, with 7 quarterback sacks in 2018.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Gore. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now a draw play for Gore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So out now come the Jets. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Darnold from the gun. And Anderson's got it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Understandable, we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now. Here comes the Jet defense. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first-half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a delayed give to Gore. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. On the completion, Frank Gore. Gore hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now out come the Jets. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Bust through the tackle. Still going. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Bell, not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. Well, this Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Darnold hitting his tight end, Herndon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Mike, 49. What we got? Alert 3.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Mike, watch 49. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Thomas has got it, complete. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Darnold, and Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. It's caught by Herndon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Darnold to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To the air again, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Herndon's got it complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Darnold on 1st down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Darnold from the red zone now. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Bell. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the...
And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen to throw it. And the grab by Croft. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Fickens' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Following the field goal on his Lock Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets defense, we watch them get set to go now. And they forced the fumble last time. Now 4 turnovers for this defense. They've been darn good.
It's become a feeding frenzy, hasn't it? I mean, almost like the sharks. And they descend upon their prey. That's what they've done this entire game. 4 takeaways, they preach it, and today they're living it.
Well, when you have that many, you probably think, all right, well, we'll just get another one now, right?
That's how it works. Everyone feels like, if I didn't get one, I'm doing something wrong.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That'll make it 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From midfield, here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Now Darnold. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Darnold. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Star Latulele in on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Ed Oliver getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Thomas the intended target.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 27, Allen. He finds Yeldon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Allen now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bills on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now Allen, and that is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Bell. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Darnold from the red zone now. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
I think it's okay, though, they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Let's go!
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. On first down, Allen. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Kroft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. On 2nd and 10. Allen, and the grab by Kroft.
Oh, yeah!
The Bills on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Hey, we're 19!
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Offense.
That's his first NFL game. Maybe give him a mulligan on the flag.
I think you have to, because my guess is that on the bus ride over, if you just tapped him on the shoulder, he would have jumped up and grabbed the top of the bus, don't you think?
Hey, check 557, 557. Watch the curve.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, short throw hauled in by Kroft. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Allen again.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. To the air, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Allen going to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Stop your whining. Kill.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the first round. First set of brothers taken in the first round of the same draft in NFL history. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.